Hello everyone. Many thanks for choosing to watch this video. My humble request to bear with the duration of my video as many points are in the pipeline to be revealed. Hence, please bear with me and try understanding the hypocrisy and the treacherous environment I, along with other employees of LPU, has been facing for a long time. At first, I would introduce myself. I am Adityam Dutta, currently serving as an assistant professor in the Department of Chemical and Petroleum Engineering in the School of Chemical Engineering and Physical Sciences under the lovely Faculty of Technology and Sciences of lovely Professional University. LPU, as most commonly it is being called, and known to many of you who are watching this video at this moment. I had joined LPU way back in July 2019 and currently I have served for more than 2 years by now. In many capacities, I have been professionally and diligently disposing all my responsibilities since I have joined LPU and have to the best of my capabilities have contributed to the development and progress of our department and moreover towards the progress of LPU. However, in the past 1 year, the management of LPU has treated me so disgracefully that today I finally have decided to speak out about all the work atrocities that I have been facing so far. I do believe that similar experiences have been faced by other hardworking faculty members of LPU as well. I hope they too get courage in speaking against the exploitative nature of LPU management. Dear friends, you would be alarmed to realize that LPU in the past, for more than a year, have been deducting our salaries without any justifications being intimated so far. And our deductions have been very much cruel. Meaning to say, whatever your salary was, let's say, for most of the times in the past 1 year, we were being paid random percentages of our salaries. Let's say for this month you have been paid 30%, then for the previous month or say for the next month you would be either paid the same 30% of your salary or it can be some 40-50%, meaning to say there is no clear-cut instructions or decisions based on which such an unacceptable salary amount has been disbursed. Before taking you to the details of what amount of salaries I was paid, I will first highlight few joining clauses of LPU. The joining letter for most of the employees has a clause wherein it says that LPU would be retaining a security deposit of 2 months equivalent salary, which would be either deducted from our salary as a 15% deduction per month till the 2 month equivalent salary amount is deposited, or the employees have to deposit a lump sum amount of 2 month equivalent salary to the HR. For those opting for a 15% deduction from a monthly salary, there is a ledger that LPU maintains which you are watching on the screen. What you see here is the detail of my salary security that was being deducted from my salary every month. However, you notice that from July 2020 onwards, there is no information of my salary security deposit. Also, you can see for yourself what amount has been deposited and what amount remains to be deducted from my salary security. Since my joining every month, there was a deduction of 7,500 rupees until the month of May 2020. Till then, I was paid full. However, from June 2020 onwards, our salaries started getting deducted and it was a lesser amount of salary security that was deducted, about which I will speak later in the video. Due to the nationwide lockdown, the classes of LPU and the functioning of the university were shifted to online mode, and the management of LPU started crediting disheartened amount of salaries in my account. For instance, if you look at my salary being credited in the month of June 2020, it was just 10,000 rupees at 334. To add irony to the matter, they have deducted rupees 3,000 against my salary security at a time when they just paid me rupees 10,334 for all the duties and responsibilities that I have served for the month of May 2020. You can see how I have been ridiculously paid in the coming months without any prior justifications or any notifications regarding salary deductions. When I was disappointed at the very first time, as such a surprising amount of salary was credited, I approached the HR of LPU through a dedicated channel called as the Relationship Management System, shortly RMS, to seek justifications about the deductions of my salary. But people from the HR had deflected the issue and asked me to discuss with my concerned department or school head instead. Now for this, I have had telephonic conversations with my department or school head instead, who later assured that from next month onwards, there would be a justified amount of salary disbursement. But again, you can see how well my salary was wrongfully deducted despite of the assurances. Now the reason why I'm terming this as wrongful, this would be justified towards the later part of the video. So please stay tuned. On August 2020, just after the moment I saw my salary, out of disappointment, I wrote a mail seeking justifications in the matter of salary deductions and salary disbursement. In order to avoid paper trails, the department and school heads and the HR, they don't give us justifications through mails. Rather, they would reply asking us to call back. There was a stage when I had a mental breakdown. Despite teaching and contributing well to the department, when I was not rewarded with my salary which was rightfully mine, that hurt me the most. Even though my disposal of duties were taken into account, as you can see from my monthly appraisal remarks, we were not considered important despite all the hardships we faced in teaching and serving the department activities. Despite of us being faculties deputed for academic purposes, we are even handed over the tasks of calling students to query about their pending fee issues. Now, this is a responsibility which I believe are not meant for the faculties, as fee related issues should be dealt with the concerned domains or departments. But we have to call the students and ask them when are they going to pay their dues. Now, despite of the fact that many faculties are being given 5 to 6 subjects and at times even 7 subjects too, faculties have been doing their responsibilities well without any compromises. The reason why I am being handed over 6 subjects, as you can see my workload here, is because as per the policies of HR, a faculty has to satisfy weekly workload of 22 hours. And for that, we are being slapped with this many number of subjects, as in LPU, most of the subjects are having 3 credits and each credit is equivalent of 1 hour only. Continuing with my discussions further, now I'll be discussing about the work from home policy that LPU had adopted, and I will also highlight how they have psychologically harassed the outstation faculties by not allowing them to move back to their hometowns. LPU's HR did not specify a particular period of work from home. Instead, they were intimating on daily basis that tomorrow would be work from home, and again tomorrow they would be saying that the same, that day after tomorrow would be work from home. Please look carefully as I highlight the dates when the announcements were circulated and for which day or duration the work from home has been considered. As you can realize that we were informed only a day before any discussions were made regarding work from home. This would definitely impact our minds, as it was uncertain for how long this work from home period is to continue in bits and pieces for LPU. And most importantly, what salary would be paid, as salaries were deducted during the work from home period. Although being the HR, they have completely disregarded the fact that since they were informing about work from home always 1 or 2 days in advance, many faculties might have gone back home. Even though they advise us, and I will quote what they say, the staff members are advised not to leave their stations where the staff is ordinarily residing near the university and shall report at the university in case required. Isn't this an irony? When on one hand you are deducting our salaries without any reasons and then you are going on extending work from home on a daily basis, is it not normal for an employee to think of his expenses and hardships and move back to his or her hometown? Does the matter of well-being of a human being does not count here? Just as the HR was intimating us about the work from home only a day or two before, in similar fashion, HR was calling back the faculties without providing a sufficient time to report to the campus. As you can see from the notifications, on one account, they have notified the staff members on 30th January 2021 to report to the campus on 1st February 2021. On the second occasion, it was on 6th September 2021 that LPU has had notified the staff members to join for duty from 7th September onwards. The process of unjustified salary deduction was still underway. On both the occasions, I had put up my sincere request to reconsider my joining, as it was not possible for me to join back in such a short notice. The reason being that my salaries were consistently deducted, which led to a financial burden, and I was also ill at a time when they were calling us back. You can see for yourself what amount of my salary was deducted. The total amount of my salary withheld amounts to rupees 2,44,383. Just imagine the total amount withheld from other faculties as well. After a while, I will share my perception regarding this deducted money as well as in where this money has been utilized or might have been utilized. On 6 September 2021, when the staff members were abruptly called back by THR, I had to request for an extension as I was already under a financial burden since a good amount of money was being withheld. When I requested them, this is what the HR had replied. But neither the HR nor my department heads considered my request. Instead, my salaries are again deducted. To be honest, I expected that HR, realizing the fact that they had been paying us less, would understand that there would definitely exist some kind of financial burden on people. But instead, what they have been doing is they are calling the faculty members and they are threatening us with the fact that the salaries would be put on hold if we are not reporting to the campus. To my knowledge, and let me tell you this, so far many faculty members are yet to be paid their salaries, either in full or deducted, since they were either unable to get the COVID vaccines or their second doses were yet to be administered. There are also many instances where many faculty members had no other options but to apply for loans. But for loans, the banking institutions require salary slips. The HR had disagreed to share any salary slips and had instead agreed to provide salary certificates. But in salary certificates, you only get to know what your total salary package is. For deductions and other associated allowances, only a salary slip can provide such information. Even in the time of distress and financial crisis, we are being deprived of our salary slips. To the final part, I had shown you earlier what amount of money has LPU withheld from paying me. The total amount of my salary withheld amounts to rupees 2,44,383 rupees. However, when I add my salary security deposit of rupees 72,920, the total money amounts to rupees 3,17,303 rupees. My salary security deposit would have ended on October 2020, but since June 2020, LPU has stopped paying our full salaries and it has also stopped deducting our salary account deposits. Now, I will join the dots of this financial embezzlement, or you can say the misappropriation, which I strongly believe has happened with our deducted salaries. What I strongly feel is the amount of money that has been deducted in the past from all the faculties have been put in use to reward the medal winning Olympians. Please see the tweets of LPU for the events that they have organized in rewarding the Olympians. A glamorous event was organized where the CEO of Government of India's Niti Aayog, Shri Amitabh Kant, has graced the event. You can also check his tweet as well regarding the award ceremony of the Olympians who happen to be students of LPU. This event was widely published by many media houses of India. A sum total of more than 1.5 crores is being spent on awarding the Olympians. I won't comment on the matter whether these Olympians are a student of LPU or not, as it is just before the opening ceremony of the Tokyo Olympics. Many of us working in LPU realize that many Olympians are pursuing education from LPU. I have no disrespect to our esteemed sports persons. Had it not for them, then today as Indians we wouldn't have been celebrating and cheering for more glory in the coming days. But by rewarding the Olympians with monetary benefits on one side, by deducting salaries of passionate and hardworking teachers like me and many others, is it morally or professionally appropriate to pay someone who will be already rewarded with many accolades? We all have been working our efforts to our core, sacrificing the family time we have to our responsibilities. Does our contributions not count? Also, I have to fight to get back my own hard earned money. Should I not be disturbed with exploitative and inhuman HR practices? Please, I request you to kindly consider the facts and the situation I'm going through and speak up if you are also facing the same issue. If speaking for my own withheld salary amount makes me a traitor to the organization, then I shall be it happen. But keep in mind, I am speaking for my pending dues and reward of my services which has been wrongfully withheld from the HR side. I wish to inform that there are more stories to be unheard, like how fake papers are being published by forcefully ensuring faculties to write papers in the UGC and the Scopus Index journals, or how information is being handled to satisfy guidelines of various index and rankings like of NAC or NIRF, or there can be also cases as in how admission processes are being conducted and how students from different regions are being attracted to take admissions in the institutions. With this, I end my video. I hope you have understood the depth of this situation and let the truth prevail in the society. Thank you very much.